Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Srimati Anandibhen Patel, Honorable Minister for Finance, Energy, Petrochemicals and Industries, Mr. Saurabh Patel, my colleague Mr. Amitabh Kant, Secretary to Government of India, our distinguished leader, Dr. Varay Sinha, Chief Secretary of Gujarat, Mr. Sriram Chatterjee, His and Her Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to come and stand before you and to give you a brief introduction about Vibrant Gujarat. We all know what is Vibrant Gujarat. It is going on for the last 13 years. But if you want to know what is going to happen in 2015, I would like to draw your attention to the history of Vibrant Gujarat for a few minutes. This Vibrant Gujarat 2015 is a development for all. It's a working together and growing together. It's a Sabki Saath and Sabke Vikas. This is a slogan given by the architect of Vibrant Gujarat, our then Chief Minister, Dr. Narendra Modi. Next, this is a picture I want to bring it to your attention. This is January 26th, our Republic Day 2001. The disastrous earthquake shaken Gujarat. The Kutch was shattered, Ahmedabad was shattered. So the investments flow has reduced. We need a lot of money to rehabilitate, reconstruct Gujarat. It is under this background, Gujarat started introducing Vibrant Gujarat Summit to attract investment to rebuild Gujarat. Next. So it was mainly to attract investment, next, in 2003, and in 2005 to make it a preferred destination for investment, and in 2007 the idea of Vibrant Gujarat was to make it as the most preferred investment destination. In 2009 it was a showcasing Gujarat as a growth engine of India, and in 2011 and 13 Gujarat has become a model state for development for other states in the nation. So that's Vibrant Gujarat history. We have invited number of companies from India, from abroad, across the globe. We have discussed, debated and deliberated, signed MOUs, the government approval was given and projects were implemented. 2001, it was a disaster. 2014, August 15, next. Our first woman Chief Minister took control of the state, and because of the 6th Vibrant Gujarat Summit, Gujarat has introduced and developed a number of industries in the infrastructure sector. We don't believe just in laying foundation, we believe in inauguration. Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat has inaugurated so many projects which have been started 2 years ago, and in the last 3 months he has inaugurated so many power projects, so many other projects, so many investment. Today, Gujarat is the power hub. It's a power surplus state. We are the biggest solar park of Asia in India. We have a big maritime base. We have 2 LNG terminals. We have the refining capacity, and this all happened because of the deliberation and debate which took place in the past Vibrant Gujarat. You are all partners, and the government supported this partnership, and the result is the development. Next. Today, the future development is the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor region. Government of India is giving a big push, and 36% of the corridor falls within Gujarat, and the work is going on fast. We have developed a human resource capital. We have not simply introduced just investment and started factories. We have developed human resources. We have provided all other facilities to the industrialists, and that's why this development. And what is 2015? Next. 2015, Vibrant Gujarat will be a global business platform. Starting from the rehabilitation of Kutch and Ahmedabad, developing at a model state, showcasing as a growth engine of India, today the 2015 Vibrant Gujarat will be a platform to do global business. It has 4 distinguished parts. The first day, January 11th, our then Chief Minister always chooses January 11th because it is a birthday of Swami Vivekananda who gave the modern ideologies for modern India. So January 11th. Kindly remember, January 11, 2015 is a Sunday. But irrespective of all these facts, we keep to the schedule. Sunday, kindly make it free to come and attend our Vibrant Gujarat 2015 in Gujarat. It has an inaugural function. Honorable Prime Minister himself will inaugurate the function. First time, the Prime Minister of India will be coming to Gujarat to inaugurate a Vibrant Gujarat Summit, followed by CEOs meet in the evening. There will be a partner countries seminar between the inaugural summit and the CEOs meet. We have 7 partner countries. These partner countries will bring their business delegations from their countries in various sectors. They will make a presentation. So this time Vibrant Gujarat is not just attracting investment to Gujarat. It is a platform where the investment opportunities across the globe will be discussed. Opportunities for Gujarat and Indian businessmen to invest in various countries across the globe will be presented and you can make the decision. Evening will be the CEOs conference of the global CEOs. We are expecting next. The second day, lot of seminars will be conducted. Theme seminars will be conducted. These seminars will throw input. These seminars will be attended by global speakers. These seminars will be attended not just by industries, but these seminars will be attended by Nobel laureates, best economists, industrial tycoons, business leaders, national leaders across the globe, various countries we are expecting. And the seminar will be based on theme subjects like small cities, sustainable energy, climate change, education for all, health for all, because we are going from development to working together and developing together and growing together. That day afternoon, we are going to have a state seminar because there will be a lot of partner states within maybe from Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra. We are expecting the states to join us. So the states also will be given an opportunity to present, and it will be a state seminar. And the evening will be the valedictory function. The main theme of or the main attraction of this Vibrant Gujarat this year is we have 7 partner countries. This is the first time we are getting 7 partner countries. In fact, we need to say many countries no, because we have enough countries and we need to give a proper opportunities for all these countries. We are having Australia, we are having Great Britain, Canada, Japan, Netherlands, Singapore and South Africa. We have 5 continents, somebody from American continent, 2 people from the Europe continent, 1 from Australia, 2 from Asian continent and 1 from African continent. All the continents will be represented as partner countries. We are expecting delegates from 120 countries. So this seminar or this Vibrant Gujarat Summit is a different one in the sense from the level of participants, quality of debate and the quality of deliberations, the quality of attendance, the quality of arrangements. We are improving year by year. So I request all of you to come and attend this Vibrant Gujarat Summit. Again, there will be a global trade show. As usual, we conduct exhibition. This time it's a 100,000 square meter It is bigger than Pragati Maidan. People from different countries, 105 countries have already given consent to come and participate, put up their stalls. Different sectors will be there, vendor sectors will be there. So it is not just showcasing the might of Gujarat, but it is showcasing the opportunities available for investment across the nation. That will be there from 8th to 13th January. Next. So today, Gujarat is meant for, and this vibrant Gujarat is meant for growth for all, it's a development for all, it's a prosperity for all. It's the new GDP of this nation. Next. So friends, you are welcome to Vibrant Gujarat. Come, discuss, deliberate, decide. I assure you, on behalf of Government of Gujarat, that you will never regret in attending this meeting and in taking decisions in Vibrant Gujarat. Thank you very much. Vibrant Gujarat will be your springboard for your global ambitions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pandian. With that presentation, I'm sure you will have lots of people from this hall arriving in Gujarat. Shri Amitabh Kant. Shri Amitabh Kant is a senior officer from the Kerala cadre. Currently on deputation to the Government of India, he is posted as Secretary, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. Mr. Kant has extensive experience in infrastructure creation, international marketing, travel and tourism, and hospitality industry. He has conceptualized and executed the positioning and branding of Kerala as God's own country, and later the Incredible India campaign. He has structured large infrastructure projects for diversification of India's tourism product and sourced international funding through the ADB, Japanese Bank for International Cooperation, and the UNDP. Known for his out-of-box thinking and successful track record with various projects which he has turned around, Mr. Kant is much sought after by corporates and government alike. May I now invite Mr. Amitabh Kant, Secretary DIPP, to give his special address.
Honorable Chief Minister, Srimati Anandiben Patel, Mr. Saurabh Patel, the Honorable Minister for Finance, Industry, Energy, Petrochemical, Mines, Minerals, Mr. Varesh Sinha, the Chief Secretary, Mr. Ajay Sriram, Chandrajit Banerjee, my distinguished colleague, Mr. Pandian. Ladies and gentlemen, the key challenge for India is to grow at rates of 10% plus, not for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but for the next 3 decades. That's the only way we'll be able to raise a vast segment of our population above the poverty line. And if India has to achieve this challenge, it just needs to replicate the model of Gujarat. Look at Gujarat. Today in India, the highest urbanization level is in Gujarat, 43%. Look at Gujarat. The highest exports from any state of India comes from Gujarat at about 25%. Look at Gujarat. The highest share of investment in terms of value from any Indian state comes from Gujarat at 35%. Look at Gujarat again. Its contribution to manufacturing in GDP. Manufacturing, which will be the key driver of India's growth. It clocks 28% against India's average of about 16%. 28%. It's higher than any other country in the world. Look at Gujarat again. The handling of cargo from Indian ports. 35% of the Indian cargo moves out of Gujarat ports from its 42 ports. And look at its SEZs, the large-scale SEZs. 45% of India's exports from its SEZs comes from Gujarat. And therefore, no wonder Gujarat has grown at the highest rates any state has clocked. Rates of 10% plus for the last several years, year after year after year. Gujarat, in fact, is the only state which has power, which has water, which has very dynamic leadership, and last but not the least, it has a bureaucracy which is committed to very quick, fast decision making. worked very closely in Gujarat. As the CEO of the Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor, I worked with the present CM, I worked with Mr. Saurabh Patel, and this is a Dholera which is being developed there, will be the world's largest urbanization process which is taking place. Dholera is a city which is being planned for 920 square kilometers. 920 square kilometers. The size of Singapore is 670 square kilometers. It will be the biggest smart city which is taking place, which is being developed anywhere in the world. Now, India has been, let me just tell you that India has been a very, very reluctant urbanizer. But Gujarat has driven the process of urbanization. And this has been possible because the present CM, who was the revenue minister, was able to give the land from the state for this process of the development of Dholera. And Dholera today is using technology to leapfrog in this process of smart urbanization. And actually it will drive the process of urbanization, it will drive the process of growth. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are not in Gujarat, you are missing out the biggest opportunity of growth, of progress, and of development anywhere in the world. Gujarat is your biggest opportunity to leapfrog as businessmen, as investors, as financiers. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.